That should have been
So
like,
so
hey,
basically, oh my bad.
mm,
So
you
basically,
know,
with Dea, the way they did it was they introduced Dea as a lone wolf character type archetype, where it's like, okay, this girl can handle herself. She can do all this stuff. She's like respectful. She's in it for the bag, which I don't mind at all. Um, what else was it? She gets that shit done. She works alone. So that was the whole thing that they were basing her character around. So I was like, okay, so and she's a great sword user, fire, and she's fucking cool. And like, they had all this story for her. They were like, yeah, like what's it called? They basically really hyped her up. Um, give me one sec. Yeah, they basically really hyped her up for everything, and I was like, I really like her. So I was like, let me grind and everything. I got all her materials, got all the whatever it was called, and and then on top of that, I'm free to play by the way. So I put fucking basically days into like making sure I had the shit ready. And
yeah.
by the time she fucking came out, everybody was talking about she was fucking garbage. Her stats weren't like all that. She needs people on the team to like basically support her. She doesn't even get that much field time based on her play style. And I was like, they 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 really fucked up. And that's it was kind of weird because it was like I don't think I was already on the verge of not playing the game, but if I was, it definitely accelerated it.
They said, let me increase that.
After that, I think I was just only playing Genshin maybe to like just play it. And when Star Rail came out, I was like, okay, well it's a new game. Let me try this one because it must be different. And I actually really like the story on the the
Mm-hmm.
what's that one town? Oh, Bellabog.
Your Billabog, yeah.
Bellabog is probably my favorite to be honest. And now I will say, I know you guys like certain maps and stuff, and I like the idea of having the you know uh other fantastical worlds and experiencing like more stories and things. But I think after Bellabog, I think I was I think I was kind of spent already, and I wasn't really interested in what they had going on that second or third world. It was just like confusing and all this stuff with like, oh, the gods and the deities, and I was like, what the fuck does this shit have to do with this random fucking like MC having like, you know, being able to access the elements with different weapons? Like, I don't know. I guess it's super cryptic and whatever, but that's all it
Mm-hmm.
is, like at face value. And it's just like, I don't understand it. I don't care. And there's too many game modes for me to look at, for me to like really like try to understand what's going on. So they lost me with all that shit. And I think it was, let me see. Yeah, when Zenless came out, Zenless seemed really zany and stuff, which I like. I like cartoony shit, you know? And I was kind of like, okay, like they're doing something crazy. And they had, the certain characters moving, they had them have dialogue, and things seemed a little raunchy and whatever. And I was kind of like, okay, like this seems like my type of shit because, it's a fighter, it's a fast pace, they had dubstep, all this other stuff, which I still appreciated, by the way. But
Mm-hmm.
at this point in time was when I was like, I need to practice better things on the gotcha. And I almost got caught up in it on Zenless. I was very close. and I caught myself, and I was like, all right, let me focus on the characters I have and stop summoning so much. Save up my gems. By the time I did that, it was already over because I finished my grinding. I was very satisfied with myself. I did what I needed to do, and was good to go. And
Oh,
now I don't need to like, I don't have to play the game.
sorry.
The hell?
I
Mm,
lost the 50-50. No.
unfortunate.
I got a Clara. I'm trying to get Hyacinth because I was gonna save for the Fate Stay collab, but I gave up on it because that's another. That was what I was gonna tell you. Apparently, and I don't know if it's in effect now, but apparently for the Fate Stay collab, they're gonna get rid of the pity system for the Fate Stay collab at least. I don't know if it's a permanent thing, but basically, if you summon thinking you'll get pity for the Fate Stay collab, it's not gonna work. That's at least from what I've heard.
Wait. That is, I'm gonna be okay. That sounds good. Like at face value, it does. That's really fucking bad.
Yeah, I
That's
don't like it
that's
either.
really what. Who the fuck came up with that?
Because like this, I get the idea of they want to make money off of it, but like regardless, people save. It's either people are gonna save it or not. But like the fact that okay, like if I pulled from the last banner, right, that is out before the Fate Stay collab, and I was literally getting hoed the whole time, then I'm my whatever pity. I don't know if it's that they're gonna permanently change the pity, or if it's that it's gonna be just for the Fate Stay collab. That part I don't know for sure. But from what I've heard, it's gonna be basically, it at least with the Fate Stay collab, your pity is not gonna count. It's not gonna have a pity value or pity concept. So I guess if you pull, you pull. I like I said, it was very vague when I saw the post on it, but I was like, I don't know if they just don't know enough information. Like maybe if they have their own pity, that's still bad though, because that means somebody still invested gems into pools. Like I get that it's a collab, so maybe I understand it to an extent that maybe it might not be because they were saying someone was saying that it was similar to the Fate Stay situation, like I guess for a Fate Stay game. So maybe it's Fate Stay that wants that. You know what I mean? Since they're collabing with them.
All right,
And
we're
if that's
giving
the
them.
case,
I think we're
I'll
giving
give.
them way too much benefit of the doubt because we're talking about levels that's even worse than Infinity Nikki. Because even with
True.
Infinity Nikki, they increased the pity. Now we're just talking about, oh yeah, just no pity. Are you out of your
Yeah.
fucking mind? Are you
As far
serious?
as far as I know, there's gonna be no pity. Um, I wonder if I could find that post, but maybe later or something. But
That's
it's
actually
basically that's
fucking
what it was
insane.
coming off across as. Like that's what I got from that is that it's gonna be basically no pity.
They are trying to do a final fuck you to every fucking player in
And,
Hoyo.
and
They
keep
like
and I don't know if I remember. They're doing it on purpose because I feel like they did that on purpose a little bit because, like I said, it's one thing if it's Fate Stay, but still, I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna have the Fate Stay collab because okay, they have Hyacinth, then they're gonna have Cipher, right? And then they're supposed to have the Fate Stay collab. That's why I'm kind of okay with spending the gems I got because I'm like, oh, I kind of got these all like last update, so okay, I'll just save this update if I don't get them, right? Because I don't want the other girl. I don't. I just want Hyacinth because I kind of need her for my account, right? Because I need a good support. So I'm like, okay, I'll just pull for Hyacinth and then save for Fate Stay. And what if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. Right? Whatever. What they're gonna do is they're gonna, like I said, they're gonna have the Fate Stay collab. Now, technically, I don't need the Fate Stay collab character because the Fate Stay collab is a character type that I already have. It would just be basically like a skin thing, I'm assuming, for me, if I pull. So let's say you're like me and you have a character that kind of fits that character role already. You don't need that character. You're gonna pull for that character. Then the new character is gonna come out, Finan, who's supposed to be really good, right? And then people are gonna pull for Finan, and or they're gonna want people to spend money on Finan. That's what they're gonna want, and milk them for more money, regardless. Because there's people who've been saving for the Fate Stay collab since they heard of it. So I bet you those guys are just completely saving, hoping to bank on the Fate Stay collab. But remember, I told you how they started that new thing where they're gonna have they have basically characters with passes now that affect the account. I bet you
Nah,
they're gonna make him, and they're gonna make him an account passive charenter,
see,
and
they're
it's gonna be
trying
a
to.
different type of one.
They're really pushing their luck now because before,
Yeah.
whenever people were talking about the global passive for that first character with the healing, revive, whatever, they were kind of like, yeah, they're really saying fuck you to the players, and then people still bought them up because, you know, obviously it's an event, and this is that they keep pushing it. They're doing it again. They keep pushing their shit even farther because first of all, they did a global passive that nobody wanted, but all the investors want to do it. All the whales are gonna do it, so they're like, okay, yeah, let's fucking do it. Now they're taking it even fucking further. They're doing something Infinity Nikki just did with, and even going beyond that to the point where, like, you know what? Nah, you know what? Instead of like even giving you a pity system, just get lucky. You have to be lucky for this one. Because
Yeah, you
now
need
it's not
real luck.
guaranteed anymore. It's not guaranteed. Like what is fucking wrong with these people? Like
And my
I'm
whole
so
thing
glad
too is
Ananta's coming out because I cannot wait for these damn games to like just be non-existent at this point. This is fucking ridiculous.
my whole thing about it too is it's like, bruh, I can understand the Fate Stick Lab being something where it's like, hey, we can't let the pity system in there, but at the same time, what's the point of having the pity system if it won't work on all the pulls realistically? Like, what's the point of getting like the whole point of gambling in this game? Because okay, realistically, gambling, there's no guarantee you win, right? Fine. If you're gonna consider this like gambling, there's no guarantee you win in gambling. However, the whole point of the pity is like, hey, at least in gambling, there's still a chance of winning. So even if I got completely negged every time, at least that guarantees me that I have an increased chance of getting, at some point, I get the character I need, or at least the standard banner. Because we all know it's not, oh, you're guaranteed the character, you're guaranteed something similar of value. So you might not even get the character you want. And we're saying, well, we're not even going to give you that.
Mm.
Because keep in mind, if you get the, like, okay, say you're a character, you're a person, and you have maxed out on the standard banner people, that means you're just gonna get currency. You're not even gonna get the character at that rate.
Yeah, it's not even like something this isn't even, this is actually real life gambling now. Like you're literally not even guaranteed, because at least with the gacha system, it's always kind of been gambling, to be honest, but at least you know after a certain amount of time you're gonna get what you want. With this one, oh, this is real fucking gambling. And the funny part is they've actually been trying to hit these gacha systems outside the US for, like, you know, protective reasons, like stop letting these games put so many of these like weird practices and stuff, especially for children. All these microtransactions. I mean, hell, I saw it before they even started posting the news on Infinity Nikki, which I should have posted some shit about that anyways. They had so many microtransactions on Infinity Nikki, it was ridiculous. That was the only thing I could see for like a long ass list. Zenless's list isn't even that long. Genshin's isn't even that long. And they soft reset the game. And it's just terrible. It's just, no. I'm just fucking done. Like, It doesn't make any sense. And the funny part is, I'm not even like a spender like that on these games. Like the most I do is just maybe the $5 a month, and then the battle pass. And I made a rule for myself. I only pay for the battle pass if I complete it, and I'm happy I did that because yeah, I'm not putting money into a game I'm not playing that often. That's specifically why I did that.
Cause it's like, it's stupid. It's actually dumb. Like, I can't understand. Like, at some point, these games. I mean, and okay, here's the thing. The problem is, even if all the free to plays and all the regular people, like say you're like not a free to play, like a soft spender or something like that, even if all of them say we're not gonna play the game, the whales are gonna keep the game alive, and that's the problem. They're literally funding the game, and they're gonna. Some of them are gonna whale just cause, but I honestly, I think it's a combination of things too. Cause like the content creators, like, I gotta give them some shit too, because they will make content and be like, oh, this is such a, but then we still playing the game with like 10 accounts.
See, the funniest part about the content creators is, you know, they'll be getting deals and stuff from the creators, and like, oh, like we'll pay you like 5,000 to sponsor our game and shit and whatever, right? And that's basically how it goes. Like, so they still get more advertisement on top of their regular advertising. And then, you know, they have all the casual people playing, and they have the followers in the community. And as long as they just make characters that people want to see, that's all people need. Nobody cares about, like, you know, good story or nothing as long as you get the big boob lady. Which, granted, I don't mind big boob lady, but come on now, can I, like, look, I feel like I've gotten past it to an extent, and at this point, I want to enjoy the game too. Like, I want a good ass story. Like, I mean, even with Zenless, they got like Rena and Bernice and other characters and stuff, and it's just like, even with those characters, who I'm just like, holy shit, boobies, it's like, bro, the game is not good enough to make me want to play it long term like that. So obviously, it's not the characters that's making me stop play the game. But I mean, honestly, on a statistical level, I think people have like talked about it. I'm not sure of the sources or whatever, but you know, most guys who play these types of games aren't in it for the guy characters. So maybe I am shitting on Hugo a lot, but granted, he is fucking cringe. And I, like, for example, I actually do like Lycon, and I think Hugo made Lycon cringe as well. So that's my thing on it. Like, Hugo is an example of a male character that I actually like and want to play the game to see, because he's actually fucking cool. But other than that, I don't know. These people just like, it's like they're working on a project and they have an area where they want to go, and it's just like they just get lazy after a while. It's like, you guys, I thought you had all this shit planned out. Like, what happened?
What exactly went on here? What's going on? What happened? Why are you doing this to us? Oh, by the way, I started a new Digimon game for the Cyber
Sleuth.
Yeah, the files is out for my thing is on my PS4, and I don't feel like downloading. I'm like, I'll do my own PS5 run, and I'm gonna do it on hard.
I hear you.
See how I can handle it.
So I think I I don't know if I told you, I'm on chapter 6 now.
Yeah, I remember that part. Yeah.
So I think I just got to the part where they had the newer dungeon in the sewer area, or the underpass.
Mhm.
So that's where I'm at now, and I've just been kind of, exploring.
Yeah.
So,
My thing too, cause I remember you were saying like the time stranger, them doing the sleuth thing again. My thing is, it's not that I wouldn't mind the sleuth thing, cause I like the sleuth style that they did, but this is the part I was thinking. I was hoping if it is like we don't know, right? So I'm not gonna assume like it is or isn't. I'm just saying that if it is, it's not that it's a bad thing. It's just that I was hoping that if they're gonna do something like that, like Time Stranger for me, it sounded like actual like time type of situation. And now thought about it for a minute too was like you could say like that's kind of like the from what it sounds like it could have potentially be a copy of Digimon. I mean, of Pokemon, because with Digimon, they didn't. I don't know if they had a time situation before, but you know, I know Pokemon, they had like Scarlet and Violet, they had like not really like time in it like that, but like the theme had to do with similar to like time. You know what I mean? Like the past versus the future, right? Now, I don't know if that's the case here, but I thought if they were gonna do a time thing, they were gonna do something different. Like your character is like an actual like time traveler, but not like a cyber sleuth. But it's something to do with past, present, and future or something like that. Like,
oh my
not
god,
that.
I'm not gonna lie. If they do some weird thing like, oh, you have to use the past and future to figure out what's happening in the present, that's gonna be so weird. Because it's like,
Yeah.
I don't mind the sleuthing stuff either. But are we gonna do that for every Digimon game?
Right.
Like,
The
let's
thing
try
is,
a different genre.
the other Digimon games are not like that. Like they're like the other ones are not the cyber sleuth line. Like the older ones, as far as I remember, they don't have anything to do with thing or anything.
Now,
Now,
now the only reason I thought that it had something to do with sleuthing is because they mentioned on I was on X, and they had a character with it was like supposed to be the main character's dad, and it's like he's some investigator, and I was like, oh no.
uh,
So I was
now,
like, oh no. I was like, are we like a fucking family of investigators or sleuthers? Like,
what would be cool if they did a sleuth situation, which I know they're probably not gonna do this because the character, but you know Kyoko, right?
yeah.
Like if they did like her story of like how she became like a private PI, I
Now
feel like
that'd be
then I would like
interesting.
it.
That would
You
be
understand what I'm
interesting.
saying?
Yeah.
And like she has a link to the on, and so that's how she's able to like kind of almost like a prequel, but like you know what I mean? Like a prequel, but like not really. Like it's not really like a prequel, but like hey, this is like almost it said like this is how stuff about like you, the cyber sleuth and stuff like that, because she either was a digitamer in the past or something, or you know what I mean?
Well, one
Like that
interesting
would,
thing it could be, you know how we had like the
mm,
ancient Garurumon or something like that?
yeah.
What if it was like, you know, way in the past, like a couple generations, something like that. And they
Ah,
had it to where it's like, okay, this is how, this whole thing began. Like, let's do the prologue of like Cyber Sleuth. I could kind of see that. Like maybe minus too much of sleuthing. I don't know. Maybe how she became a hacker and how she became this master hacker that we know in the beginning. Like she just starts doing shit, right? Like she's not sleuthing. She's like taking shit over and being like, oh, I can do this. I can go in here and like, you know, make all this trouble. Because how is it that whenever we go in to her office or the Digilab, she just knows what we're supposed to do next? Because she's like fucking watching everything.
right. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That would be fine.
Let
That
me
wouldn't be bad.
let me go and switch to Digimon. I'm actually end my video. See ya, YouTube.